moistures will keep the fire threat in Los Angeles County high.
As the fire spread, over 150,000 people are under evacuation orders and
So South Carolina probably just did the coolest thing I've seen any state do in a while. Is if you live in a South Carolina zip code and you're a resident here, you can now officially apply to have your auto insurance rates reduced significantly.
What's good?
evacuation orders and 160,000 are under evacuation.
What's good, y'all? What's good, man? What's good, man? Let me see if I could do something real quick. See if I can put some music on, a little change the world real quick, man. We'll change the world real quick. Let's go.
Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Some don't know the effects they have on others when everything that we do affects our younger brothers and sisters. To me, it seems that the facts have missed us. Who will be there to reach down to hug and kiss us? Frankly, the current state that we're in needs to be discussed. Self-respect is a must. We need to tone down the lust. Avoid the fact that it provides a pleasant rush. But who in this world can you trust? The answer to that is yourself. Don't take what that man says off the bat. Pick that book up off the shelf. That don't mean not to trust. That means to take what he said, think about it, and then come back and discuss. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world. Change the world for the boys and the girls, because if we don't change it up, we're gonna make it in this world. We need to focus on the present and think less about the past, cause if we keep it up like this, then that's gonna be our fucking past. You gotta know just where you're coming from to get where you're going, so get on your search for knowledge, cause there's power in knowing. We need to pick up more books and read them cover to cover, and have you get the information, pass it to your bros, spread it to the whole world. If you know it ain't fake, you'll be surprised the difference in this world that one man can make. It's good and bad in everybody, but you gotta bounce it out. And if we all found that we change the world, no doubt. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. Let's change the world, 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 let's change the world. Let's just unite, let's stop the rapes and stop the fights and stop the murders in the world. We gotta change the world.
What's good, y'all? What's good, man? It's your big homie, Big Bad, man, and this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. I thank you so very much. Thank you. You are at the right place at the right time, and I appreciate you, and I will not waste a drop of your time. Let's go. It's your big homie, Big Bad, and this is the Real Talk, Real Shit podcast. And on today's episode, man, episode 2000, on today's episode, what's good, Justice R? On today's episode, what's good, Charlotte? What's good, Colin? I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. On today's episode, I want to be talking about distractions. What is distracting you from the truth? You know what I'm saying? What's good? You're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and get ready for some real deal truth. Yeah, I got that real California curl. I'm a real beach man. I'm a beach man. Let's go. Now, what is distracting you from the truth? Because, let me say something. The truth is all around. The truth is right there in your face. You just have to know how to spot it and how to identify the truth. See, the truth is only a quantified. The truth is quantified, provable reality. The truth is quantified, provable reality. Anything that could be proven as a fact is quantifiable truth. Now, the truth don't care who you are. The truth doesn't care what your feelings are. If the truth is what it is, whether you like it or not, the truth is what it is, whether you can deal with it or not, and the truth is what it is, whether you're ready for it or not. The truth can hit you in the face like a baseball bat, or the truth could feel very comfortable like a warm cat, like you holding a warm cat. The truth could be comforting if you're ready for it, or it could be rough and egregious if you're not ready for it. Now, a lot of people, there's so many things that are keeping everybody from the truth. And I'm going to say this. There's only one way to the truth, like righteousness. There's only one truth in any situation, but there's a million lies. There's a million lies. The devil has a million traps to lead you from the truth. The devil has a million traps to take you from the truth. He has his music traps. He has his movie traps, his entertainment traps. He has his food traps. He has his lust traps, his thirst traps, his greed traps. Depending on what you are, what type of person you are, what you believe in, and what you strive for, you might get tempted every day with Satan's temptation. And if you fall victim to Satan's temptation, you've been distracted. If you stay true and you stay righteous throughout your life, the truth will present itself. I gotta roll my window down. If you stay true throughout your whole life, the truth will present itself to you, and the truth will be given to you, and you will be guided through the truth. If you're ready to deal with the truth and you're accepting to the truth and reality, you won't want to be misled. You won't want to be misguided. You won't want to be led down the wrong direction. But for the people who don't understand righteousness, that don't understand the path to righteousness, that don't understand God, that don't understand reality and truth, and deal only in reality and truth, those people could have a hard time in life. You know, it's a lot of people who they're kind of lukewarm with their beliefs, and they're lukewarm with how they feel about things. So a lot of people don't have a real true, like, if they're not based in facts and in reality, a lot of people's realities kind of blow like the wind. say for people who are into the music traps, right? Because there's so many music traps. Put it like this, because I'm all over the place right now, but I'm trying to sum this shit up, because I wanted to say this. I was listening to music today, right? And the music is nice. It sounds good or whatever. But if you don't understand the true spiritual pitfalls and the true traps that the devil has put in the music, and the people that he's put to sing the music to mislead you or misguide you, it's going to be real hard for you to understand righteous music and like the real music versus the fake music. There's a code that goes on in music that only specific magicians and wizards and people who are in the in crowd know about. If you're not in the in crowd, if you're not a musician, if you're not like even privy to the information of wizardry and mysticism and bullshit like that, you're not even going to know what you're listening to. Somebody was listening to a Beyonce song tonight, and it was so satanic. But if you didn't know what it was that I'm talking about, or if you didn't know the blueprint of the music, then you wouldn't even understand what I'm saying. There's literal songs where artists are pledging their allegiance and pledging their allegiance to Satan. And they're doing it clean and purely and openly. But if you don't understand what, like the code words and codes and shit like that, you're not even going to understand it. And it's just going to go right over your head. My people perish due to lack of knowledge, is what it says in the Bible. Now, are you supposed to know every little thing that evil people do? No, you're not. But are you supposed to know enough to protect yourself? Yes. You're supposed to know. See, it says, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Y'all ever heard that saying? See, if you know you got a friend, he ain't going to hurt you. You know, if you know you got a true friend, a real friend, you know he's not going to hurt you. He's not going to cross them boundaries. Like, he's not going to go too far and hurt you. But if you know somebody's your enemy, you want to keep them a little closer so you can keep your eyes on their every move. And if you study the ways of your enemy, then you know how to counteract or react or proact to what they're doing. And see, I know some people are good people and good-spirited people, and they're not evil. I know there's a lot of people who aren't evil on this earth. And a lot of people who are not evil in nature, they can't fathom how evil, they can't fathom some of the evils that are being done on this earth because they're not that evil. They can't even rationalize some of this shit that's being done. And see, I've had, what I mean is some people are not ready for the truth because they want to stay in a comfortable zone. Like, if you want to make your life comfortable where you're always happy and go lucky and you're smiling and just happy all the time, then you're not going to ever be in it will be harder for you to be in a place to where you can deal with reality without it causing you turmoil. But as it goes like this, like a military soldier who trains for combat every day, when he gets into a combat situation, he won't have no hiccup. He won't think twice. He'll go straight with protocol and handle his business accordingly. But a person who has set their life up for constant peace, and they set their life up for no adversity, they set their life up for only positivity, only happy things, only joyful things, gleeful things. These type of people will crush in the eyes of adversity. They will crush in the face of the truth. Because sometimes the truth is not comfortable. Sometimes the truth is uncomfortable. You see what I'm saying? So if you set yourself up to where you always want to be comfortable and peaceful and positive and happy and things of that nature, you're essentially, what you're doing is blocking yourself from being prepared to deal with the truth. Because, okay, boom. The fact of life is we're all born and we're all going to die one day. That's the fact of life. So for us to be naive and in a fantasy about life to say, you know, I'm never gonna die. I'm gonna live forever. You know, this world it belongs to me, and I make the world spin, and I call the shots. I'm gonna live forever. Those type of people who feel like that, because I've heard people say that. I heard people say that. Those type of people are not ready for the truth. If you don't prepare for your mother to die, if you don't prepare for your father to die, your elders to die, it's going to crush you when it happens. But if you're prepared for the loss and for the truth of life, aka the beginning, middle, and the end, if you're prepared for the truth of life, the beginning, the middle, and the end, then you embrace any step and all steps of life without questioning it. When I go through rough times, I don't say, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This fog got a nigga very congested. When I go through rough times, I don't say, God, what did I do for you to do this to me? Why are you punishing me, God? No, I don't think stupid like that. Because God doesn't punish you. Sometimes the devil tempts you. Sometimes the devil punishes you. It's not all. Everything that happens in life is not good, aka everything that happens in your life is not God. Your life is not always going to be good. It's not always going to be God. Your life is going to be bad sometimes. It's going to be evil sometimes. You're going to go through evil situations. You're going to deal with evil people. You're going to deal with people who are not good. So just because you're basing your life in positivity and positive energy, does that mean that when you're faced with evil energy or negative energy, you'll be able to deal with it? If you're not trained for it, you're not going to be able to deal with it. So what I'm telling you is to know your enemy just as well as you know God. What I'm telling you is to know your enemy so you can combat him. What I'm telling you is know the ways of the wicked so you can learn so you could stay on the ways so you can stay righteous. If you know wicked, you can go away from wicked. If you see evil, if you can spot evil, you can go away from it. See, I don't want to just study goodness and grace and God and bliss and happiness, because if I only study bliss and happiness, I'm not going to be able to make it through the rough times that God or life will put me through. You see what I'm saying? If I'm not prepared for the truth of life, aka the good, the bad, and the ugly, if I'm not prepared for the truth of life, then I'm going to have a hard, rough life. But see, me, I've always lived in the truth. I've always known good times come, enjoy them. Bad times come, get through it. Go through it. When bad times come, you don't say, no, you don't do that. When good times you come, you don't say, everybody look over here. Look, I'm just doing good. Everything's so good. Look this way. Look, everybody, I just made a bunch of money. You want $1? Everybody want $1? You can't do that. Because when you're going through a good moment, that's for you to use and enjoy and relish in. And when you're going through a bad moment, that's for you to figure out, to strategically plan and figure a way so you don't have to keep going through it. Stop trying to be so fucking comfortable. That ain't life. Do you think those people in California are comfortable now that their houses burned down and they got to be in a fucking stadium shelter around hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, thousands of other people, strangers, total strangers? Do you think they're comfortable? The teenagers can't play the video game and then jack off and go to bed at night. He can't do that because he don't have his TV no more. He don't have his device. The young girl can't FaceTime and do her OnlyFans videos and nothing. She can't do none of that. Mom and dad can't lay down and watch their movie and snuggle and rub their feet together. They can't do none of that because they're in a motherfucking shelter. And the lights are still on. And in just a little while here, the lights are going to go off for everybody, just like jail. You can't live in a comfortable lifestyle all the time. That's why when sometimes like right now, or for the last years, I've made sacrifices to build myself and better myself, right? And people around, some people don't understand the sacrifice. You know, the working every day, building up my channel, not doing this, not doing that, like sacrificing a lot of things to build myself up. This didn't come easy. This YouTube shit don't come easy. It ain't easy to get on here every day, multiple times a day, sometimes day in, day out, sometimes 5-7 days a week, most times 6 days a week. It ain't easy to do that. And I'm coming with non-scripted, non-scripted, great life-changing, life-saving information. It's not easy to do this shit. I'm sleepy a lot of days. I'm tired a lot of days. I'm hungry a lot of days. Some days I don't know what I'm gonna do, where this is gonna come from, where that's gonna come from. But guess what? I don't complain. Just today, my son broke my charger piece on my phone. He finished it off. It was already messed up. He finished it off. So I got one phone now. Am I mad that he broke my phone? No. I had hella business on that phone. You know what I did? I got numbers off for the numbers I could, text the people I wanted to text and let them know my number's done. And that's what I did. I handled the business accordingly. I didn't complain and whine. You know, I don't have the bread right now to get a new phone, so I just got to thug it with one until I get that shit fixed. So what I'm trying to tell you is, no matter what I go through, I'm not going to let it stop me. Nothing is going to stop what God has. Nothing is going to stop the will of God. Nothing. If I wasn't going to be the one doing this and saying these words, somebody else around the world would get this spirit to say these words. Even though nobody could quite do what I'm doing, but what I'm saying is, this spirit, this energy, this message that I'm pushing, it has to be pushed for this pivotal time of on earth right now. Somebody has to tell you, we're going to go through a whole lot worse. You thought them California fires was bad. We ain't seen shit yet. Mark my words. Do y'all not realize, according to Agenda 2030, the world's population has to be reduced down to 500 some million, I think they said. Do y'all know there's trillions of people on this planet? So the world's population has to be reduced down to 1/10 within less than 5 years, according to these evil, diabolical people's plans. So could you imagine the powers that be leaving messages behind saying just exactly that? 1/10 of everybody on the planet will be alive. And imagine, out of every 10 people you know, only one of them will survive. And see, people are so dumb and naive. They're like, no, brother, you tripping, bro. They ain't nothing but nigga, the mystery fog got everybody sick right now. Nigga, the mystery fire burnt the whole Palisades and the top-notch cities in California down. Do you not smell the rock? Do you not smell what the rock is cooking? Do you not smell what the rock is fucking cooking? It's going down. The population, 1/10 of everybody on earth will only be 1 out of every 10 alive by the year 2030, according to their plans. So that means this mystery pneumonia, bacterial infection pneumonia that we're breathing in is part of it. It means the wars around the world are part of it. It means the bullshit fake foods are part of it. It means the musical sound weapons on our brains are part of it. Every day I'm hearing young people doing the most heinous violence. I've seen videos of black people destroying each other. I see videos, I'm hearing stories every day, every week of black people just ripping each other apart. You know why? Because we're fueled by the devil himself. And black people don't know, we don't know which way to turn. Because the church don't work, so we don't fuck with the church. Big Mama and them, they fucked up, so we don't want to be like Big Mama and them. Our daddies wasn't around like that. Mine was, but I'm talking about most black people's daddies wasn't around, so we don't know how to be a man. So we're all just mixed up in this motherfucker. And then they got music telling us, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up. Cash your checks and come on. Like all black people on the first of the month cashing fucking welfare checks. Man, get your bum asses on. Every black person is not a bum in America. Every black person is not a bum in America. I sure don't get no first of the month check. What the fuck? But that's what they did to us. Crack baby and Brenda's got a baby and all these little crack stories and mama's dear mama and all that. The plan was to show you that to understand. You all appreciate it. All that. A single crack mother was your babies, man, but the motherfucker love that you gave, man, and all that shit, man. If you listen to the words of them songs, it's portraying black people as the scum of the earth. And then you think about it, we only become that once we fit into the stereotypes that we see and are given through the music and media. They tell black people all we can do is sell drugs, so we sell them. They tell black women all you can do is have sex and get on welfare, so they do it. They tell black young boys they ain't gonna be shit when they get older, so they don't. And we don't have enough families and fathers and men and mothers who say, fuck this bull. We ain't gonna let this society break our family. We're gonna stick together. We're gonna make it happen. And we're gonna fight this shit. And we're gonna raise our children. We're gonna teach our children. We're gonna preach to our children. We don't got enough families doing that. We got a bunch of sorry, selfish individuals who like to sell pop pussy and sell drugs, and dudes sell drugs all day. And like, bro. And then the hardworking men who go out and work and put in the hard work and living and keep society going. Because having a job is not just working a job. Having a job is about being a part of society. Because everybody knows, like when I go to the mall in my town, when I go to the mall, I'm gonna see the Asian girl with the goddamn pigtails that look like a cartoon character, and I'm gonna see the Hispanic dude at the same Hispanic dude smiling at the little cheesecake place. Like you're gonna see him every time, bro. And what that is, they are part of society. When you pull up and you see, hey, it's Big Betty at the goddamn register. Yeah, it's Big Betty. It makes me a part of society. And I don't work no register. I'm just saying in general. When you pull up and deal with somebody, you're the one giving customer service and you're the one providing the service, you're a part of your society. Motherfuckers don't forgot. You want to be rich and famous and go around collecting money and spending money and fucking a bunch of girls and stuff. That's not real life. That's that shit that gets you trapped up and locked up and messed up every time. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let me show y'all something. With this wildfire shit, man. This shit's crazy, man. Shout out to Jason A, man. Let's go.
Who would have thought? You know, we've all had a really big lesson.
What is it?
That our experience of reality can change in a moment.
Well, you know, I know they were messing with the water, letting reserves go. for one reason or another.
Mel
Been
Gibson.
doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be? You know, I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
Okay, boom. We're gonna listen to that. That was Mel Gibson. Let me show y'all something. See, this is why it's important to have everything, to collect shit, to be a collector. This is why it's important to be a collector. This movie right here, that was actor Mel Gibson. This movie right here is one of my favorite movies of all times. This is Mel Gibson right here. That was the dude who just said, and I'm gonna rewind it so you can hear it again. So you can understand that this shit is for real.
Same thing to think. One begins to ponder sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be? You know, I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
Because if it
On this movie right here, Mel Gibson was, I'm gonna read what it says right here. I'm gonna read the description of the movies. This is why these old classic movies, look, this is why these old classic movies like this, these VHS movies, are so essential, because it had the description on the back and all. Let me read what it says. It says, you don't have to ask him. New York cab driver and conspiracy buff Jerry Fletcher, Mel Gibson, tells anyone in Shakers and Assassins who really tells anyone. Tells anyone in earshot about the secret movers, Shakers, and Assassins who really control things. When he tries to put Justice Department Attorney Alice Sutton, Julia Roberts, in the know, she runs out of her office. Soon, both will be running for their lives. In conspiracy theory, the two stars conspire with Lethal Weapon director Richard Donner for thrills, suspense, romance, and twists that click like a rush hour taxi meter. A crackpot theory in the newsletter Jerry publishes may be dangerously true, but which one? Whichever it is, enigmatic. Dr. Jonas, Patrick Stewart, and his associates aim to kill it, and maybe Jerry and Alice too. I don't know what I know, but I know that it's big, Jerry says. Yeah, he said, I don't know what I know, but I know that it's big. I remember that part. He said, when we know that conspiracy theory is big entertainment. That was the description of the movie. This movie was so fucking fire. He was a podcaster. He was a big bad back in the day. He was like a big bad back in the day. He published a newspaper about, it had truth in it. You know, he was, into conspiracy theories, and he had, if you watch this movie, he says so many things that are called conspiracy back then. Most of them things have come true now and proven fact. A lot of these things on this movie alone. So this movie is very important. So what I'm trying to tell you is Mel Gibson already played the role of an actor or actor who is in the know of things. So he's already like in a questionable things mode. That's why in real life, he's like, did they do this shit on purpose, my nigga? They playing with the water. They do this and that. Listen what he said. Listen what he said, man. This shit's for real. Mel Gibson's the truth, man.
Letting reserves go for one reason or another. They've been doing that a while. California has a lot of problems that sort of baffle the mind as far as why they do things. And then in the events like this, you sort of look, well, is it on purpose? Which it's an insane thing to think. But one begins to ponder
That's crazy, BH.
whether or not there is a purpose in mind. What could it be? You know, I don't know. Do they want the state empty? I don't know.
Because if it takes out Mandeville, it could take out Brentwood. It just come roaring down here.
To get your head around that, when you're hearing this in January, a fire that's already taken out the Palisades.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought? We've all had a really big lesson.
What is it?
That our experience of reality can change in a moment. And that's something that we just have to let God handle. I think there's a spiritual awakening on the other side of this, because it's going to make us all a little wiser and more compassionate.
This morning, Southern California wildfires putting firefighters to the test.
This is a very active firefight.
The Encino and iconic Brentwood neighborhoods among those ordered to evacuate after the Palisades fire changed direction, spreading east. That dramatic shift in winds causing this, flames coming down the Mandeville Canyon. Firefighters are doing their best to save these nearby homes.
Right now, fire crews in Los Angeles racing to contain an out-of-control wildfire, bracing for more strong winds to threaten their progress. 16 victims are confirmed dead, and more than 100,000 remain evacuated.
Nearly 10 million people across Southern California are under a red flag warning and fire weather watch through Wednesday. Progress made by firefighters over the past few days could be in jeopardy.
These winds, combined with low humidities and low fuel moistures, will keep the fire threat in Los Angeles County high.
As the fires spread, over 150,000 people are under evacuation orders and 160,000 are under evacuation warnings. The Eden fire has burned over 14,000 acres and destroyed and damaged 7,000 structures. The Palisades fire now expanding in other directions, leaving behind over 21,000 acres scorched.
Homes here in the Mandeville Canyon have burned as the Palisades fire rages on for hours with no clear end in sight.
When we first started out in this area about an hour ago, the air was relatively clear. Now the wind has shifted and now we're back in the smoke.
LA's police chief says a new task force will investigate the cause of the catastrophic fires.
This task force is made up of local, state, and federal partners designed to investigate the cause of these fires and to see if there's any connection between them.
On Saturday, law enforcement warned people who have been driving up to get a closer look at the blazes to stay away.
And they, on a moment's notice, will do it and put their lives on the line.
Final words, my friend. Do you want to give any comfort to your fellow neighbors here in Mandeville Canyon and the people, the thousands of people that are affected, whether they've lost their homes, forced to evacuate, or fearing that they will lose their homes?
Power of prayer is very powerful, and I would recommend that. And I'm praying for all of you, and if you're all praying for me, then that's a powerful thing. It really is.
We're in this together. Is that the bottom line here, sir?
What's that?
We are in this together. This is
That's
where
right.
the community is coming through.
That's
You may
right,
be
Paul.
Dennis Quaid, and I can talk him in the third person. You're not going to call me Robert Kovacic, because we are doing this together, right, Dennis? We are in
That's
this
right.
together. This
Dennis
is
Quaid wants to
community.
put out the fire. That's right.
Dennis Quaid wants to put out the fire, and I know Dennis Quaid wants to go
It's
home.
not the day after tomorrow. It's today, okay? That's right.
It
All
is
right.
not. I won't ask you what you're wearing, and I won't ask you what your new project is. I won't ask you what the next film is. I promise I will skip all of that. But thank you for finding levity in what has been a very
It's a
dark
hell of
and
a red
bleak
carpet, isn't it?
Well,
He
honestly, the
said,
entire
did you hear
perimeter-
him? He said it's a hell of a red carpet, isn't it? Listen to this fucking dude, y'all.
At the fire, and I know Dennis Quaid wants to go home.
It's not the day after tomorrow. It's today. Okay?
Look, right there too, right there. I was looking for the movie, but I think I boxed it up. There's a movie called The Day After Tomorrow that Dennis Quaid starred in back in the 2000s. That shit is a end of the world movie. New York froze over. Wildfires and shit. Like, it was a crazy movie. It was an end of the world movie, and it was called The Day After Tomorrow. He said it's not the day after tomorrow, it's today. So guess what he just said? That shit is coming to an end today. It's happening right now. So he's saying what that movie that he starred in, people are going through that shit today. It's not a joke. Is what he was saying. It's not the day after tomorrow, it's today. That is crazy, because if you watch the movie The Day After Tomorrow, you will know what I'm talking about. And guess what? We're in the winter freeze going on down south, and they're motherfucking burning over there in Cali. Make it make sense, bro. It don't make no sense. Let's go.
It is not. I won't ask you what you're wearing, and I won't ask you what your new project is. I won't ask you what the next film is. I promise I will skip all of that. But thank you for finding levity in what has been a very dark and
red carpet, isn't it?
Well, honestly, the entire perimeter is threat.
It's a hell of a red carpet, isn't it? You can't get nothing past Big Bad. It's a hell of a red carpet. So this is a stage. He just said it. This is a hell of a red carpet. It's a stage. It's a set. It's really happening. It's really happening. But it's a red carpet event. Let's go, man. Listen.
Threatened. Although we are 11 and 15% containment for the Palisades and Eaton, respectively. The concern is these winds as they go back and forth. You know, Adam did a great job of pointing out all the weather of the Santa Ana winds. One of the elements that we look at as well, though, is that all that air ends up being a pocket off the ocean. Well, as soon as the winds stop, the winds go the other direction. So we've been dealing with these battling winds that threaten every inch of that line, which is why we're being so cautious with the containment percentage. But there are also population.
This nigga's so gay, he can't even talk straight. God damn. Focus. You'll get to the ding-a-ling later. Focus. This nigga can't even talk straight. He's so damn gay. You been in California too long, sir.
Centers. Now, when we have 60 to 100 mile per hour winds like we saw on Tuesday and Wednesday, that's just simply not going to be sufficient, which is why we struggled so early on this fire, because it was just blowing so incredibly fast.
Okay, last question for you before we go, Chief. I asked you what you have available to you today is satisfactory for what you need to fight these fires. You know, I don't want to push you into the blame game unless you feel like it's warranted. But if you look back on how prepared you guys were, what was made available to you in the beginning stages of these fires, do you feel like you were best served to fight these fires from the authorities in terms of water and everything else you need?
Yes, actually we did. We moved a number of resources from CAL FIRE from the north because they have sufficient rain and snow up there, all the way down to Southern California to prepare. We didn't know where the fires were going to be, so that as soon as we did have a fire break out, we immediately engaged.
Can I just say, excuse me?
Did that nigga just say they had this shit staged? So when the fires broke out, we can engage? Did he just say they had it set up? Man, I'll goddamn beat his gay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, I ain't gonna touch him. I love gay people. I ain't got no problem with gay people. But this nigga right here, did y'all hear his violation? I love gay people. I ain't got no problem with this man. But did you hear his dumbass violation? Did you hear his dumbass violation? Did you hear his violation? That nigga said, we had the water shut up, so when the fire was ready, we could just drop it on there.
If you look back on how prepared you guys were, what was made available to you in the beginning stages of these fires, do you feel like you were best served to fight these fires from the authorities in terms of water and everything else you need?
Yes, actually, we did. We moved a number of resources from CAL FIRE from the north because they have sufficient rain and snow up there, all the way down to Southern California to prepare. We didn't know where the fires were going to be, so that as soon as we did have a fire breakout, we immediately engaged.
Can I just say, excuse me, we have.
He said we didn't know where the fires were going to be, but we had the water ready. So as soon as the fires broke out, we engaged. The nigga said they had water ready for the fire. What fire, my nigga? Are you serious?
I have not met the star of the show. So can you guys stay with me? I'm my photographer, Susan Monroe, dog lover. Okay, Dennis, you didn't mention the star here.
Well, she was indisposed. This is my star. This is Peaches.
Peaches is safe?
Yeah, Peaches is safe, right, Peachy?
Listen to this shit. You can't make this shit up.
From CAL FIRE from the north.
The star of the
because
show.
They have sufficient rain and snow up there, all the way down to Southern California to prepare. We didn't know where the fires were going to be, so that as soon as we did have a fire breakout, we immediately engaged.
Can I just say, excuse me, we had.
That's what you call no swag.
Well, as soon as the winds stop, the winds go the other direction. So we've been dealing with these battling winds that threaten every inch of that line, which is why we're being so cautious with the containment percentage. But there are also population centers. Now, when we have 60 to 100 mile per hour winds, like we saw on Tuesday and Wednesday, that's just simply not going to be sufficient, which is why we struggled so early on this fire, because it was just blowing so incredibly fast.
Okay, last question for you before we go, Chief. I asked you what you have available to you today. Is it satisfactory for what you need to fight these fires? I don't want to push you into the blame game unless you feel like it's warranted. But if you look back on how prepared you guys were, what was made available to you in the beginning stages of these fires, do you feel like you were best served to fight these fires from the authorities in terms of water and everything else you need?
Yes, actually, we did. We moved a number of resources from CAL FIRE from the north because they have sufficient rain and snow up there, all the way down to Southern California to prepare. We didn't know where the fires were going to be, so that as soon as we did.
Prepare, my nigga, to prepare. You slipped up, dummy. You ain't got no swag. You see, you evil bastards ain't got no sauce. You ain't got no authenticity about you. So that shit is coming out flawed, brother. You said prepare. When you prepare for something, that means you're ready in for it. When you prepare for something, you're either preparing to defend it or preparing an offense. Did you prepare an offense or did you prepare a defense? It sounds like you prepared both, my nigga.
Did have a fire breakout, we immediately engaged.
Can I just say, excuse me, we have not met this.
I hate bitch ass niggas, bro. Cause I know the evil he is. We be engaged. Your bitch ass nigga, bro.
Star of the show. So can you guys stay with me? I'm my photographer, Susan Monroe, dog lover. Okay, Dennis, you didn't mention the star here.
Well, she was indisposed. This is my star. This is Peaches.
Peaches is safe?
Yeah, Peaches is safe, right, Peachy?
Peaches, keep an eye out, please, because I'm not sure you're going to be able to see out the back window. Turn your windshield wipers on because your car is covered with ash. It looks like a snowy day, and this is not Montana.
She reads my thoughts.
I'll see you later. Bye, Dennis. Thank you. So, there you have it. Celebrities, Colleen and Michael, they're people just like us. And it's fair just to sort of talk about the fact that there have been a number of celebrities that we know that have lost their homes, a number of celebrities who have been evacuated. And it is important to note that there will be a time, and we will see it during the award season, and we will see it in the coming months, and we'll see it in the coming years, that, people that have a platform will be able to use this to be able to call and to remind people that this is going to be a very long procedure for our community to be rebuilt. And we're going to do it and do it together. But as we leave you, Those firefighters that I talked about that had just arrived from Washington told me that they were waiting for their marching orders, and they have gotten their marching orders, and they are right now trying to hit this fire before it spreads any farther east. We're live here at Mandeville and Sunset. I'm Robert Kavasik. Let's go back to you.
So what I'm saying is, what did they just tell you? They just said this shit planned. This is planned for fire. Prepare, plan. Then nigga said the water was off. Which one was it? The water was off for the people, but they prepared to push water. Man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Which one was it? The water's off for the people, but the powers that be got water staged, taking it from up top, pulling it down, getting ready for the fire. Oh, I don't know where the fire was at, but if it was a fire, I'll be ready with the water. Nigga, I got about 300 gallons of water, bro. What you mean, bro? You got 300 gallons, man. I'm up here. I got this water from up the top of the hill, man. What you got 300 gallons of water for? Shit, boss told me just to get 300 gallons of water just in case a fire breaks out. What fire? Yeah, I don't ain't no fire, but next day, hey, we got some water. Niggas ain't got no sauce, bro. Niggas ain't got no sauce, bro. They ain't got no sauce about themselves. No charisma about your lies. Your lies is corny lies. These news people tell lies so corny, bro. They ain't got no sauce in their charisma or charisma in their lies. If you're gonna lie, at least do it in a way where you might could trick a nigga. You can't even trick me with these bullshit lies. Then you got actors. You see, like I told y'all, they're defaming everybody because they said in the year 2030 everybody will own nothing and be happy. How everybody's gonna own nothing? They're taking the rich people shit. Calabasas, remember last year, Calabasas, or 2 years ago, Calabasas burnt. Then you remember Hawaii, rich people shit. Then you remember Hawaii. Then you remember now Malibu. Not Malibu. What's the shit called? You know what I'm talking about? The new shit. God bless these people. Whole LA, they're just blowing fire this way. Fire going that way, I'll blow this way. Fire, ain't no fire over here, I'm gonna blow some more over here. Fire go over there, I'm gonna jump it over the highway. It's gonna jump over the highway. Remember the lady said it jumped over the highway? Oh yeah, this is some new age fire. Oh yeah, and it jumps too. What y'all didn't see the fire tornado? Oh yeah, they ain't playing. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. They ain't playing. Let me show y'all fire tornado. Man, I ain't playing. These people are not playing with us. Y'all ain't heard? I'm gonna put you on. Look in the Palisades, what happened? Come on now. Look. This the type of shit they got going. What you can do with that weapon? Can you fight? You can't fight that weapon. That's targeted fire destruction. Pinpoint, laser beam. Targeted fire destruction. Pinpoint. I need you to go in and get these 3, 4, 5 areas right here, clear that bitch out, and then don't touch this one. Okay, pinpoint. Everybody get burnt but the governor. Hello. Man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I mean, are y'all really not understanding how this shit goes? You're not supposed to be trying to live in bliss. We're finna go through the ringer. Nigga, fire tornado. You ready? They got them burning your whole. You see what happened? That fire tornado blew, huff, puffed, and blew and burnt. That bitch was blowing and burning at the same time. Where they do that at? These weapons are nice. These are the best, perfect weapons. DEW, they Mountain Dew. That Mountain Dew, you hear me? Fire tornadoes is crazy.
And can you see a number in the circle?
79.90.
Fire tornadoes is crazy. I don't care what nobody says. Fire tornadoes in the Palisades is ungodly. That is the devil, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's straight out the Bible. That's straight out the Bible, my nigga. That's out the Bible right here. And y'all think this shit is a joke? Out the Bible, my nigga, like straight out the Bible. I'm talking about, do you see this? Raining fire and brimstone on these niggas, like out the Bible. Let's not get too biblical, but this shit is doing some biblical shit.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.
God bless. God bless that motherfucker. Did y'all hear that? Fire tornado in California. This ain't no joke what we living through, y'all. People, well, I'm gonna go to bed and everything gonna be all... Man, do y'all know we have an alien apocalypse going on, an alien invasion. There's so many aliens flying above us. When they start showing themselves, people gonna boop themselves. I seen it. When I was looking at the one and filming my one, y'all, if anybody's new to the channel, go look at my alien UFO video. I got footage of it over my house. I got the footage. And when I was looking at it, it was bouncing around. But so I put the light in it, I put the flashlight in it. Man, it was hundreds of the little spacecrafts flying around above it. They were black, they weren't colorful. It was hundreds of them. I said, oh shit. Got scared real quick. You feel me? I got scared real quick because, okay, yeah, I see Buddy floating right here. Yeah. He's moving around like a quasar. He's bouncing around, spinning around, jumping around, spinning, moving, forming, changing forms and shit. Like, he was crazy. I was trying to keep up with him and shit. He was moving over here, moving over there. I'm moving around with him. But when I seen them black bunch of them up top flying like this, I was like, yo, please stay up there. Please stay up there. If you see what I seen, you'll be like, please stay up there. Cause it was so many just like flying like that. I was like, oh shit. Help us, Lord. It looked like a help me, Lord. Help me, Lord. It looked like help me, Lord. That's what it looked like. Help me, Lord. That bitch was a good old scoop of help me, Lord, for real. But I appreciate y'all, man. It's your big homie, Big Bad A. It's not a joke. This is not a game. We're living through the times of Noah. We're living through the times of Noah. It was just hell at the beach where I live. What the fuck? The other day. And it's freezing right now. I'm just warm because I just got out the shower and, you know, whoop, but it's cold as shit right now. And I got shorts on like an idiot because I got these, you know, in my house. I'm in the house chilling. But yeah, man. We're going through the times of Noah, man. I just hope we don't get that great flood because I'm right by the ocean. Woo. You know what I mean? So other than that, everything's gonna be all right. But 1/10 is what he said. 1/10. They blew up the Georgia Guidestones. I don't think y'all remember. I'm gonna keep reminding you. They blew up the Georgia Guidestones. What had the blueprint on there? Niggas don't know the blueprint because they blew it up. Hey, not my fault. Look up the Georgia Guidestones. It'll tell you. That bit had all the cuneiform, had all the different types of script on it, and it said by the year 2030, the world's population will be reduced down to so-and-so amount of people, and 1/10 the population. This is what it said in stone. And they blew that bitch up because they was like, no, we can't really just say that like that. Yeah, they said it. You said it. You said it. You said it, motherfucker. You said it. I heard you loud and clear. You know, I heard you loud and clear. But I appreciate y'all. It's your big homie, Big Bad A, man. This movie right here, Conspiracy Theory, this my shit, man. Mel Gibson already knew. He played the role of a conspiracy theorist dude that knows better, so that's why he's questioning this shit. He's like, are they trying to goddamn empty out California to bring in that smart 15-minute city? Ooh, we're inquiring minds want to know. 15-minute city's on the way. California is definitely a place where a 15-minute city will be. Are you serious? Are you ready? You'll be able to go shopping. You'll be able to go to work. 5-minute walk to your job. 5-minute walk to your house. Your house will be a box. You know, it'll be a closet. You'll be able to shit and lay down at the same time. Perfect. Don't worry about eating. You'll go right down to the restaurant, which is 5 minutes away. You can walk right there. If you ride a bike, it's 2 minutes away. And you can get on that bitch and just go right there and get whatever type of food you like and then go right back to your bed and go right to sleep. And sometimes when you wake up too fast, your head hits the damn the ceiling because it's a little dorm, like a man. Are y'all ready for that? 15-minute cities. Don't go outside, guys. It's dangerous outside. This is what they're gonna be telling people inside the cities. It's dangerous outside. People have viruses. People have this and this and that. Because whatever this fog is doing to us, we're gonna be the people who's out here now are gonna be the reason why niggas run to the 15-minute cities. So they're setting it up where niggas get them. And then when everybody start outside running around like this, virus stuff and shit, then everybody's gonna run into the 15-minute cities because it's gonna be like the safest place. And you're guaranteed safe, and we guarantee your safety. And can we leave? No. Can you stay? Yes. Forever. Yes. Can you have sex? Only when appointed. The 15-minute city doesn't allow overpopulation, so sex is only allowed on Wednesdays. Oh, that shit gonna be crazy. Are y'all ready for that type shit? You must use your contraceptive, and you, man, are you ready? You think they're gonna just let you live? What's your job? Septic cleaner in the 15-minute city. You clean the poop out. What's your job? Plumber. You got there clean up the plumbing. What's your job? Electrician. You do all the electrician for the damn. So they're gonna have niggas working to keep it functioning. One of my greatest ideas I came up with. Because I'm gonna tell y'all one of my original ideas. If I get rich, this is what one of my ideas is. I'm gonna tell y'all. When I get rich, I want to buy a project building. Like buy out a project building and let families live there. Like families, man, woman, children. And give them an apartment, and their rent will be low, but they have to pay a certain amount, but half the money that they pay goes into a savings fund. So say if the rent's like $600, $700, or yeah, say it's $700, right? Or just $650 or something. I'll make it real low, like $650 or something. And every time out of your $650 month rent, $300 of that goes to your savings and the 350 goes to me, to the principal. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest, this was always one of my dreams. I wanted to buy the projects because projects is a fucked up place that they made for us and shit in the buildings. So I wanted to buy the projects, but they eventually started knocking projects down anyway. But I did want to buy the projects and make housing for families. But that's one of my ideas. If I ever get rich, I'm gonna buy a big ass building and make housing for families. You know what I'm saying? And you just pay like whatever your rent is, half that money goes up to your savings. So when you move off the lease, you have a big chunk of change to move with. Say if you pay like $8,000 a year or $6,000 a year to live, which is nothing, just dirt cheap, and or $7,000 a year, you'll leave out with $3,000 when you leave off the lease. $3,000 of that'll go right back into your hands to set your family up. So now y'all got $3,000 and you know how to budget and you know how to save. It's a place where I kind of teach people, like, you know, how, like, you have family management classes and shit like that, and anger management classes, and life skill classes, and things like social skill classes. That's what I want to do. Eventually, that's what I'm going to do. You know, I just got to get big enough to do it. You know, that's what I want to do when I get big enough. But if that doesn't happen, I'm just going to spread awareness and help my people who listen. You feel me? Because I'm just one man, you know, but I feel like I have potential at least to be able to buy a building and change some people's lives, man. But I appreciate y'all for watching tonight. God bless y'all. For everybody watching tonight. We got a lot of things coming our way, and we're making it through what we're making it through, but we got to keep going, y'all. But it's your big homie, Big Bad A. I got to go. Got a lot of stuff to do. Y'all pray for me. I'm trying to do something tomorrow. I pray it goes through for me. And just trying to make a way for my babies, man. That's all I'm trying to do. God knows, and we're going to do the best we can. Man, he wasn't president. Oh, man, if I was the president, I would have been saved this shit. I'm gonna say this too about one thing, because Muammar Gaddafi, man, they sat there and Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and them, was their administration ordered him to be killed, right? So essentially, their administration kind of ordered his death. Do you know Muammar Gaddafi said he had $1 billion put aside for Black Americans? That man had $1 billion put aside for Black Americans. And we never got none of that money, bro. They killed that man and took that money, bro. They killed him and took that money, bro. He was gonna make he was gonna do an account for Black Americans to do business with Africa so he could build up each continent, and them motherfuckers killed him, bro. It's bad, man, Colin. It's bad, man. It's bad, bro. Invasion of your privacy. I'm done. It's bad. It's bad, bro. We're gonna make it through, man. But they're doing everything, bro. They're doing it. And I'm sorry they burnt your property down and shit, man. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, bro. This shit's fucked up, bro. You know, and there's not a lot we can even do. You know, it's like, and me just preaching and knowing so much about a little bit of this and a lot about that, you know, I could put shit together and put it in perspective. But okay, then what? I'm basically just showing the power structure that I understand every goddamn thing. And that, what does that do? Does that put me in a position to be worked with or worked against? You know, because I would love to work for the government or work with the company. I mean, you know, and help do something for the people. I would love it. You know, Donald Trump administration or somebody, you know, come hire me. I'd be a good intelligence detective or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd be good intelligence detective. because I'm real good about putting shit together. So I could put a lot of shit together, you know. But anyway, I'm not against my country. I love my country. That's what I'm saying. I love this country, but this country has a lot of corruption and bullshit. You know, we just gotta make it through, man. Let's make it through. Feed the hungry, stop cancer. Facts. Cancer would stop if everybody started eating right. Cancer would stop if people ate right. Cancer is your body attacking itself. It's like when you give your body the wrong foods and elements and things of that nature, your body will create cancers to you know, fight, to defend. Like the cancer cells will form and collect, and that's why your body will form a mass or a tumor around it to try to eat the cancer. That's the reason what your body be doing. Like the body's perfect. The body's perfect. It'll create like a cancer, a mass or tumor, and then that tumor would go inside the cancer. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't sleepy. What? I'm gonna be up all night. Good night, y'all. I ain't sleepy. I ain't sleepy at all. Never mind. Good night. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. It's round 3. I'm not tired. If you know, you know. No, you're not keeping me. I'm keeping y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. God bless y'all. Have a good night.